I remember the day like it was yesterday. The sun was setting over the desert landscape, casting an orange glow over the scrubby bushes and rocky outcroppings. I was responding to a 911 call, a possible sniper situation out on Highway 12. My stomach was already doing flips as I arrived on scene. As I stepped out of my patrol car, the smell of hot asphalt and smoke hit me like a punch to the gut. I could hear the wail of sirens in the distance and the chatter of dispatchers on my radio. My training kicked in, and I went into autopilot mode. I surveyed the area, taking in the scene before me. A semi-truck was stopped on the side of the road, its tires blown out. A passenger car was pulled over behind it, its windows shattered. I spotted a figure, a young woman, crouched behind the car, her eyes wide with fear. I approached her slowly, trying not to startle her further. "Ma'am, I'm Deputy James. I'm here to help." She nodded, still shaken, and I could see the fear in her eyes. She told me she'd been driving home from work when her car was hit by a sniper's bullet. My mind was racing, trying to process the situation. A sniper, in our quiet little corner of the desert? It didn't add up. I radioed for backup, knowing I needed to secure the area and start searching for the shooter. As I waited for reinforcements to arrive, I took a moment to scan the surrounding terrain. The rocky outcroppings and scrubby bushes provided perfect cover for a shooter. I knew I had to move fast before the shooter struck again. I took a deep breath, steeling myself for what was to come. This was going to be a long night. I remember the day like it was yesterday. The sun was setting over the small town of Oakdale, casting a golden glow over the worn streets and weathered buildings. I was sitting in my cruiser, sipping on a lukewarm coffee, when the call came in. A 911 operator's voice crackled through the radio, dispatching me to a possible burglary in progress at the local convenience store. As I arrived on scene, I could see the store's front door was shattered, glass scattered all over the sidewalk. My gut told me this wasn't your average smash and grab. I approached cautiously, my hand resting on the grip of my sidearm. That's when I saw him, a young kid, no more than 19, rummaging through the shelves. His eyes darted towards me, and for a moment, we just stared at each other. Something about those eyes struck a chord. They weren't the eyes of a hardened criminal. They were the eyes of someone lost, someone desperate. I knew that look. I'd seen it before, in the mirror, after my own stint in the military. It was the look of someone trying to find their way, but getting tangled in the wrong path. I took a deep breath, holstered my weapon, and approached him slowly. "Hey kid, let's take a break, okay?" I said, trying to sound as non-threatening as possible. He looked at me like I was crazy, but he didn't run. That's when I knew I had a chance to make a difference.